My best wishes to all the viewers. Welcome to DT Studio, Director of Technical Education in Karnataka, Bangalore. Now, for our diploma second year students, I am teaching the subject, the course that is surveying 2. In that, the first chapter, that is theodolite traversing. Now, this is the 8th class. So, in the last 7 classes, we have discussed elaborately about the construction of theodolite and their fundamental lines and the uses and how to use the theodolite to measure the horizontal angles and also the vertical angles. And also, we have discussed traversing, that is theodolite traversing, traverse computations, latitude, departure, northing, southing, everything, all the things we have discussed elaborately. Isn't that? Now, in connection with the same, a few slides I will refresh you back the previous classes, and then I will go ahead with solving a few problems. Now, closed traverse and open traverse. Open traverse is mainly applied. Open traverse is mainly applied in running the survey lines, in laying the roads, railway lines, canals, etc. And closed traverse is employed. Normally, closed traverse is employed in calculating the area of the land, field, etc. Isn't it? Now this is the open traverse. Now little more, and this is the closed traverse. Little more about it. And you know the checks in closed traverse. This also we have elaborately discussed about it. Now to check the accuracy of the work. It is to check the accuracy of the work. And the angular checks, linear checks for closed traverse and also for the open traverse. We have discussed about it. Isn't it? And please remember this trigonometrical functions, trigonometrical basic functions. So, it is very, very essential in solving the problems. Therefore, one should know the fundamentals of the trigonometrical function. Isn't that? Now, already we have discussed in elaborately. Now, a survey line AB. Now, this consists of the latitude and departure. The latitude and departure. Latitude, it is a north. It is measured along the north-south line, and departure is measured along that is east-west direction. Isn't it? Now already we have discussed. Now the first quadrant, that is the north is latitude is positive and departure is negative. Positive. Now in the second quadrant, that is latitude is negative, measured downward, and eastward is positive. In the third quadrant, that is south and west, both are measured in the third quadrant, therefore both are negative. And in the fourth quadrant, that is northing is measured in the positive direction, is plus and negative. And a little more about the latitude and departure of survey lines. That is line AB, latitude L1, latitude of line AB, L1. That is L1 is L cos theta. L is the length of the survey line AB, and that is D2. Departure is the L sin theta. This is L cos theta and this is L sin theta. Similarly, we can compute for other survey lines also. Isn't it? Now this is little more about. Now we know that already we have discussed about this. Now see, in closed traverse, so we will commence the work from A, and we are laying the survey lines continuously progressively. And when it is a closed traverse, now definitely we must switch. We must come back to the original station A. Isn't it? We have commenced the work from A to B, B to C, C to D, and C to E, etc. And we should come back to the original station A. Isn't it? Now, due to the reasons, various reasons, it may not be possible to reach the point A. Now, therefore, the distance, the gap between the last point, that is A dash, And the first point A, now this gap it is called closing error, isn't it? This is the closing error. Now after calculating, now in the problems also we are using the same thing, isn't it? In solving the problems, we should know how to calculate the latitude departure of all the survey lines in a closed traverse, and also we should know the measurement, that is the latitude and departure measurement, along which direction we are measuring it. Suppose if you are measuring it in the north direction positive, now for example, now if you consider this survey line AB, now here the departure is measured rightward, it is positive, and here the latitude is measured northward, therefore it is positive. This is not departure latitude of survey line AB. And similarly, that is the departure and latitude of the survey line BC, it is measured downward, negative, eastward, positive. It is in the second quadrant. And similarly, this is also in the second quadrant. Now this is the downward south and the eastward, this is not positive. Okay. Similarly, we can calculate, we can compute, and we are going to get some residue, isn't it? Some residue means if for closed traverse, it should come back and reach, but due to some errors, unfortunately there is an error here, isn't it? This will get some residue. So therefore, this L and this D, latitude of D residue, which is after computing, after summing up them, summing up them, we will get some value for this D, and we will get some value for this latitude, isn't it? Now that is equal to the latitude of the closing error. Now this is the closing error. Now this is the closing error. I have enlarged this. This is the closing error. Now the residue, which is what we are going to get it here. Now this is latitude, and here what we get here, it is the understood. Calculate the latitude and departure of all the survey lines, isn't it? Then some of them algebraic some we should give the 0, but unfortunately we don't get 0, isn't it? Some get some value for this. L will have some value, and that value is this value. And this is the departure also, similarly we will get. Suppose if it is joining the last point is joining to the beginning, first point, then there is no question of this L and D appears, isn't it? This becomes L becomes 0 and D also becomes 0, isn't it? Then no question of discussing about the closing error. Whereas due to some errors, we will get some residue. Now this residue is available. Now this residue, now this is L and D, isn't it? And then after this, now see, we will get some value for this. We will add some value length and also the bearing. Now that bearing and that length and bearing of this closing error will be distributed among all the lines, survey lines, depending upon that is the proportionately, depending upon the length. If it is more length, the error will be given to this little more, isn't it? But depending upon their length and their bearing, the value will be distributed, isn't it? Now this is called adjustment of, isn't it? Traverse, adjustment of traverse. That means the error will be distributed among all the survey lines, isn't it? Okay. Now let us convert. Now the following angle were measured in running a closed traverse ABCD in a clockwise direction. Then compute the bearings of the remaining sides of the traverse. Isn't it? One bearing is given. Now we need to calculate the bearing of the survey line AB is given here. The remaining survey lines bearing should be calculated. Isn't it? That we can do it. Now it is a simple calculation. You please go through this. Last class also we discussed about. In the similar manner, now we can calculate the deflection angles of the open traverse, isn't it? And now this is the more elaboration about calculating the deflection angles of the open traversing. And this is the deflection angle. This is another example, that is to compute the compute the deflection angles. This is another example. Now that the error, Now, in traverse computation, what is going to happen sometimes while carrying out the survey work around in the field? Now, sometimes may not be able to reach the first station to last station, or sometimes intermediate station may not be able to measure it. Sometimes we are missing with the length, we are unable to measure the length of the survey line. Sometimes we are unable to measure the bearing of the survey line. Sometimes two bearings cannot be measured. Sometimes two lengths cannot be measured. Sometimes one length and one length of one line, the bearing of other line cannot be measured. Or sometimes after doing everything, we may lose it, isn't it? Due to some reasons. Therefore, under those circumstances, how to complete that is traversing, isn't it? Now, once if you go to the field and you calculate, you have measured the length and bearings of all the lines, and you came back after a week or month, then you have started calculating compute the area or to complete the job. Now, during the process of doing the plotting, we may miss the length and bearings of a few lines, isn't it? A few survey lines. Now, under those circumstances, we should know how to calculate, isn't it? That we will see now by solving a few problems, isn't it? Now, therefore, this is the omitted measurements. That is, measurements may be omitted or missing. Anything may happen, isn't it? Now, one example of this is the following lengths and bearing of recorded in running a traverse ABCD. The length and bearing of EA having been omitted. Length and bearing of line EA is omitted. Now, we have discussed about this. We have solved this problem in the previous class. It is better if you plot the traverse. Now, proportionately you have to plot it. Now, remember, you are proportionately, that is according to the length and bearings. Now, the bearing of AB, it is given 120 degree, that is 15 minutes, isn't it? 120 degree, which while laying the survey line, while plotting, this should come in the second quadrant, because 120 degree to 15 minutes is in the second quadrant. Approximately to the scale, the length AB, it is, for example, it is 217 meter length. Now, carefully you have to plot this. Now, if you not necessary to plot it straight away, we can calculate it. But if you plot this, now you can understand in a better way, isn't it? So, and then after plotting this, now let us reduce these angles to the quadrantal bearing system. Then calculate the latitude and departure of the survey line AB and latitude and departure of the line BC and latitude departure of CD, etc. You calculate for all the survey lines data available with you. Calculate the length and departure of all these, and then tabulate it in the tabular form. Isn't it? These are the latitude and these are the departures. Isn't it? Depending upon their sign, you just put it in the tabular form. It is easy to understand and easy to calculate. Now, after doing this, now let us calculate the sigma L, that is sigma latitude. Now, sigma latitude positive, sigma latitude negative, isn't it? Sigma latitude negative, that is northward, and this is southward. The algebraic sum of these two will give the sigma L, isn't it? Latitude of the error, isn't it? At the last slide. And this is the departure. Now, some of them, that is departure positive and departure negative. Some of them, and find out the sigma latitude. Now, we have done this here, sigma latitude and sigma departure, sigma latitude and sigma departure. Then calculate now using a simple method. Now, this is the departure in latitude. Theta we are going to get it. What is the bearing of the remaining side, and also the length of the remaining side we can calculate. You just apply the Pythagoras theorem, isn't it? Pythagoras theorem, then we can solve this. Okay. Now we will solve one more problem. Usually this kind of problems will appear in the examination. It carries sometimes 10 marks, maybe 12 marks, maybe 8 marks, like you will get it. And very simple problems. The only thing, we should know the latitude, how to calculate the latitude and departure, is it not? Departure, latitude, and the how to calculate the length, is it not? So that is simple. The L cos theta, L sin theta, trigonometrical functions, and also Pythagoras theorem. And we should know. We must well versed with the fundamentals, is it not? So therefore, now let us solve this problem. We will see. Now the following length and bearing of the towers ABCD. The bearings are referred to the magnetic meridian. The value of the magnetic declination being 5 degrees 30 minutes. Isn't it? 5 degree 30 minutes west. Convert the observed bearing to the true bearing and find the error of closure. Isn't it? Find the error of closure. First read the problem carefully and understand what is given, what is to be calculated. Then our problem is, and you know how to handle the triangle. Isn't it? Triangle can be handled. A triangle can be handled with the sine, cos. Isn't it? Basic functions. Isn't it? Sine, cos, tan, and sine rule, cos rule, and Pythagoras theorem. That any triangle can be handled. Isn't it? In any way we can solve the triangle. Isn't it? Solving the triangle means we can calculate the length, bearing, interior angles, exterior angles, bearings, etc. We can do it. So therefore, know that trigonometrical functions, the basic functions must know it. So therefore, and along with that, that is the basic knowledge. And the most important thing, first, read the problem carefully and understand. Isn't it? Now, read the first job. Now see, better if you plot this, you will understand better. It is not at all required to plot this straight away. We can do it, but better if you got this, you can understand. Okay. Now we'll see one by one. The first line AB 470 meter length and 340. They are given in the whole circle bearing. Whole circle bearing. See 470 and. See AB is 470 meter long and at an angle of AB is from here to here. It is 4. It is AB. The bearing is 343. Missing here. Yeah. Now the bearing of AB, it is a whole circle bearing. Bearing of AB and it is a whole circle bearing. In the whole circle bearing, see AB, bearing of AB. Now see, this is the whole circle bearing from north direction to that is the survey line. This is the whole circle bearing of AB from here to here is whole circle bearing. Therefore, we easily can convert this into quadrant system bearing. When you convert this into quadrant system bearing, 360 minus 343, we will get this angle. This is the angle. This angle is the quadrantal bearing of line AB. This is not. Now that means that is now latitude positive and departure is negative. And similarly, if you come to the second line, it is BC. BC is 635 meter long, and the bearing, whole circle bearing is 87 degree 50 minutes. 87 degree 50 minutes is the second line. It is BC. 87 degree 50 minutes. Now therefore, see, whole circle bearing and the reduced bearing both are same in the which quadrant? Both are same in the first quadrant. Both are same in the first quadrant. Isn't it? You need not calculate this. Okay. And similarly, the second line, the third one, it is 430 meter long and 172 degree 40 minutes. If you come to this, so it is a very simple analysis and common sense. Please note, when you are plotting this, it is 172 degree. It is less than 180. little less than 180, therefore it is near to the north south, isn't it? North south line. Be careful about this. Now then 172 degree. Now easily we can convert this into this. We can convert this into quadrant system bearing. Is it easy? Is it difficult to convert this? The whole circle bearing is given. It is 172 degree 40 minutes, and this will become the 180 minus 172 40 is the none. But quadrant system southeast, none, southeast. Now similarly, the fourth line it is DE, sorry DA. Now they are given the DA 563 and meters and 265 degree 12 minutes. Now if you look at this figure, now see it is 265 degree from north. Angle line DA. So this is the whole circle bearing they have given. And now therefore we can easily convert this quadrant system bearing, is it not? So therefore the whole circle bearing minus 180 degree will give you the angle, is it not? Quadrant system bearing. Pretty simple, you know. Is it difficult to calculate it? Very simple mathematics, isn't it? Now therefore, strictly speaking, we should join this point, isn't it? Unfortunately, it is not meeting the first point. Therefore, there is a closing error, isn't it? There is a closing error from A to A dash to A. The last point, that is DA should reach this point. But while planning, it is not reaching. Therefore, what is the meaning of that? It is not reaching. Therefore, what is the meaning of that? There is an error in our work, isn't it? There is an error in our work, you know. Sure? Do you agree with me? There is an error. There is an error in our work. Now, see, I have taken this region and I have made it zoom, isn't it? Enlarged. This is drawn to the enlarged space. This is DA, A dash, because it is not meeting. Suppose if it is meeting here, no point in discussing about it, isn't it? Then our problem is solved. But then it is not meeting with A. A last point is not meeting with A, and therefore this is the closing error. Understood? Got it? So this is the A dash, A is the closing error. Isn't it? Then what you should do, calculate the latitude and departure of the line. Latitude and departure of the line AB. Calculate the latitude and departure of the line BC. Calculate the latitude and departure of the line CD. Calculate the latitude and departure. Calculate the departure and latitude of the line. Isn't it? Understood? Got it? Shall I proceed? Now, first you first understand this. Read the problem carefully and plot if possible. If you are able to understand without plotting, it is very good. If you are not able to understand within few minutes, you practice it, then you will understand. Isn't it? Now this is the closing error. Now we need to address this closing error. Now we have to calculate it. Now that is asked in the exam. See, convert the observed bearing. We will come to that later. And find the error of closure. Now we have to find out the error of closure. We can calculate. See, now after calculating the latitude and departure of all the lines, sigma L, algebraic sum of all the latitude, calculate sigma L of all the latitude, and calculate the sigma L of all the departures. Isn't it? If you get 0, then no question of. If you get 0, then you write. There is no error. Closing error is equal to how much? 0. Isn't it? But if we get some value, now then there is a closing error. Now the closing error is this. Now this is latitude and this is the departure. Got my mind? This is the latitude. This is the latitude and departure. Of which lateral and departure are closing error. Now this is equal to sigma L, closing error, that is latitude, sigma L, and this is equal to sigma d. Our problem is solved, isn't it? Our problem is solved. Therefore, sigma d and sigma L. Now, where you will get this? From where you will get? From where we can get it? We can get it. We can get this from summing up the algebraic sum of all the survey lines, isn't it? Calculated survey latitudes and departures, isn't it? With proper signs. With proper signs, calculate the latitude and departure of the line sigma L and sigma D, isn't it? Then after doing this sigma L and sigma D, our problem is solved, isn't it? What they have asked to calculate the point the error of closure. Let us assume that it is 2 meter, it is 3 meter, it is 5 meter, it is 8 meter, it is 0.1 meter, 0.3 meter, whatever may be the answer, isn't it? That is the end of the problem. But there is some error in this problem. What I have found here. Anybody has noticed that error? Now the problem what I have written here in this diagram, there is an error. This is not matching with the problem. Now, whatever the procedure I have explained, that is right, isn't it? What procedure I have explained, it is right. But there is an error. There is an error in plotting this, isn't it? No, not this diagram is not plotted according to the data given. Anybody has noticed that? Anybody has recognized that? Now the procedure, what I explained is 100% perfect, but the data taken is not right. Anybody can say? Is there any error in that? No, there is an error, isn't it? That's why I told you read the problem very carefully, isn't it? You must read the problem carefully. Is there no? Have you noticed that error? Have you noticed that error? Have you recognized that error? These are the observed angles. There is an error. There is an error. There is an error. There is an error in where? In the machine. There is an error in the machine. Angle measuring instrument. Isn't it? No, please, that's why repeatedly I am telling you that read the problem carefully. Read the problem carefully. Okay? Then see, isn't it? There is a declination to the west. How much it is declination? How much the declination? The declination is 5 degrees, 30 degrees. Therefore, there is an error in the reading. These are the observed bearings. Isn't it? In the instrument, there is a what is that? There is an error. There is an error in the instrument. It is finding, it is reading, it is lying, it is not orienting towards the north. It is oriented less than 5 degrees. Isn't it? It is going back. It is reading, always reading more, 5 degrees, 30 minutes more. Maybe due to the instrumental error, or maybe due to the local attraction, due to some electrical lines, electrical power, or some other disturbances. Isn't it? Now, therefore, now let us address this. Now I will address that. I will tell you what to do with that. Now, please remember the procedure, what we explained, everything is right. Except there is an error in solving this. Now what we have solved here, now there is an error here. Isn't it? It is not the right way of solving the problem. Therefore, now we will see what to do next. Yes. Now that's why I have put the cross mark. It is a wrong plotting. Isn't it? Now then we will check what is the wrong. You see, you note down this. It is 87 degree 50 minutes. 87 degree 50 minutes. Now look at this. It is 340 degree 52 minutes. It is 170 degree 40 minutes, isn't it? Now let us see, then which is correct then, isn't it? Now therefore, the correct angle is this. See, if you look at in the previous slide, this is 87 degrees 50 minutes, but here it is 82 degree 20 minutes. What is the meaning of that? This observed angle, the observed angle is now our instrument is more reading. What actually it should be, it is giving more 5 degree. The needle of the compass is lying leftward. It is not westward. Therefore, the reading is the true reading. Now we have to calculate the true bearing, true reading. Now this is the observed reading, and we need to calculate the true bearing. Now how do you calculate the true bearing and observed bearing? Observed bearing is 343 degrees to 52 minutes. Observed bearing, but true bearing is minus this 5 degrees 30 minutes, because the compass needle is laying in this direction, not in the right path. More it gives more. It is called magnetic declination. Understood? Got it? Need to explain again? Understood? The magnetic declination. The needle is not reading exactly the true north. The needle is represented, it is behind 5 degree 30 minutes. Now it is lying in this direction. The strictly speaking, the magnetic needle must give the true north. Therefore, 5 degree 30 minutes more is accumulated in all the readings. Isn't that? Now therefore, see, we can check this. Now this is 343 degree 52 minutes. 343 degree 52 minutes minus 5 degree 30 minutes. Therefore, how much it is? Isn't that? Minus 5 degree 30 minutes. Here also minus. Here also minus. Isn't that? You can observe this, no? 5 degree 30 minutes. Isn't that? 6 to 10 minutes. Right? Understood? Got this fine? Now you have to work out the remaining part. Now you see they have asked here, value of magnetic declination being 5 degree 30 minutes west. Convert the observed bearing into true bearings. Understood? That also carries marks. Isn't it? The rest remains calculating. Now you have to take these angles. These angles are the right angles. That is the error involved. Isn't it? The error is now removed. Understood? Now see, now you have to calculate the latitude and departure of all the lines. Latitude and departure of AB. Now, isn't it? AB, and this is the quadrantal, because now finding 30 minutes less. Isn't it? Now then, after this, after doing this, now tabulate the results. Isn't it? Now tabulate the results. Then now here we have tabulated all the results. This is the first line AB, 470 meters, and this is the observed bearing. This is the magnetic declination. Now this is less 5 degree 30 minutes. This is 87 degree 50 minutes less 5 degree 30 minutes. Now this is the true bearing of the line BC. This is the true bearing of line CA. True bearing of, okay, understood? Now see, now the radial bearing. Now calculate the radial bearing. Now calculate the radial bearing, not west. 360 minus, isn't it? 360 minus 338 degree 22 minutes. That gives you the quadrantal system bearing. Quadrantal system bearing. Quadrantal system. Quadrant. Understood? AB, CD, AB, BC, CD, and DA. Now calculate the latitude and departure. Calculate the latitude and departure. Latitude L cos theta and departure L sin. Calculate this. Now this plus minus sign represents what? Plus minus sign represents what? It represents northing, northing, southing, and southing. Now this represents westing, easting, easting and westing. Okay. Now see some of these. So sigma L 1.68 plus. This is 2.37 meters. Now here, now from the above, from this, if you look at this, now this shows sigma L is not is equal to 0, sigma D is not is equal to 0. When it is not is equal to 0, what does it mean? It means that there is a error. There is an error. Isn't it? Now therefore, now let us calculate the closing error. Now apply the trigonometrical concept. Isn't it? The Pythagoras theorem. For this, now this is the closing error. Sigma L, sigma D. Isn't it? Sigma L and sigma D. Now this forms a triangle. Are we not able to calculate the length of this A dash A? Isn't it? So that is what we have done here. Now see, sigma L square, sigma D square. Now this is the value of 2.9 meter is the error in doing this traverse. Isn't it? 2.9 meter error is formed. And also similarly, we can calculate the angle. Isn't it? That is the bearing of that survey line. That closing error. You take this as theta, this becomes opposite, and this becomes adjacent. If you consider this as theta, now this becomes opposite, and this becomes. That is how you have to decide. Isn't it? Sigma. Don't copy down. You are not supposed to copy down. In the previous problem, I have taken tan theta is equal to sigma L divided by sigma D. Don't do it like that. You want to decide now which is the angle you have taken, you have considered in the triangle. In that particular triangle, which is the theta. If you consider this is the theta. Now tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. That is latitude sigma L by sigma D. If you consider this, tan theta is equal to sigma D by sigma L. Isn't it? Got it? Now therefore you have to decide. Then better if you plot it, then the error will be minimized. Okay. Now this completes this problem. Now our problem they have asked to calculate find out the two bearing, and also they have asked to calculate the length and bearing closing error. Now closing error is addressed. Our problem is solved. Okay. It will take only 5 minutes or 6 minutes, not more than that. But the thing whatever we have understood and discussed, you have to recall again and again. If you recall this, no, definitely it is fundamentals, isn't it? There is no much work in this. There is no integration, second degree or third degree differentiation, nothing here. It is only a simple addition and subtraction and simple trigonometrical functions, isn't it? Therefore, one should understand this very carefully. You should go through these things, isn't it? The rest is simple. Yeah. Now let us address one more problem, isn't it? One more problem. Now let us see what is given in this problem. It was impossible to observe the length and bearing of a line PQ directly. Length and bearing of the line PQ directly. It was impossible to observe the length and bearing of the line PQ directly. The following observations were therefore taken from A and B, isn't it? From A and B, they have taken the, isn't it? It is not possible. I told you number of times. Sometimes it is not possible to get in to the forest, isn't it? Or the paddy field, wherever you go. Sometimes we are not able to go to in one direction. Now, under those circumstances, like this is one problem they have given. And this is given. See, if not able to measure the length PQ, we are difficult to measure the length and bearing of this PQ. So therefore, they have measured the length and bearing from A and B. So therefore, now AP is 120 from AP 120 meter long, 126 meter long, and the bearing is south west 62 degree 36 minutes. First, understand the problem. First, understand the problem. Once if you understand the problem, definitely it is possible, very simple, and you can solve this. First, understand the problem. Okay. Now, A to P observed, measured. Now, A to P is 126 meter long, and the angle measured, that is south to west quadrant of the bearing system. They have measured it. Now, it is 62 degree 36 minutes. Southwest, A to P. Similarly, second line A to B, it is 314.4 meter. 314.4 meter, and the bearing northeast, bearing of the third line AB is northeast. That means in the first quadrant. Okay, na? In the first quadrant. And if you come to the third line BQ, that is B to Q, now see 115.5 meter long, then 76 degree 48 minutes northwest, that is in the fourth quadrant, northwest 76 degree. Remember this, very you should carefully you have to note down all these things. Okay, understood? Now after doing this, see, now calculate the they have made it confusion. That's all, nothing else here. It is a very simple line, simple traverse. They in the problem it is making us confusion. They confuse to understand, isn't it? So therefore, be careful. Now we will change. Now let us change the direction, isn't it? They are measured from here to here. They are measured from here to here. The instrument is shifted 10 here, and they have measured this, isn't it? Now let us change it. Now let us change the path. That is either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Let us continue from this point. Now we will put it like this. It is PA. You can third line. Now they are given AP. AP is given. But now we will proceed from here. It is PA. What is the length PA? PA length is how much? Same thing, you know. PA length is AP or PA both are same. Isn't it? Now see, and can we, when this angle is given, can we able to calculate this angle? If this is alternate angle. Now this is 90 minus 62 degree 36 minutes. Therefore, is the alternate angle. There is 24 degree 24 minutes. Reduced bearing of PA is how much now? Reduced bearing of PA. Reduced bearing of PA. Reduced bearing of PA. Reduced bearing of PA. PA line is remains same, isn't it? Length is same. AP and PA both are same, and the reduced bearing of PA is, isn't it? And then AB they have given here, isn't it? And BQ also given. BQ also given. Now let us start from this point. Let us start. We can calculate the length and bearing of this line. Can we? Can we do it? We can do it, isn't it? Similarly, we can calculate the length and bearing of the line AB also. Similarly, we can calculate the length and bearing of the line, isn't it? Then simple now. Calculate the length and bearing of the line AB. Sorry, PA. Calculate the length and bearing of AB. Calculate the length of AQ. Then remaining side is QP. Isn't it? Now similarly, or else you can come from this end also. First line QB. Are we able to calculate? See, now this is 13 degree 12 minutes. Now what is the bearing? quadrantal bearings? 90 minus 13 degree 12 minutes. Are we not able to calculate it? So therefore, the bearing of the serval line QB is 90 minus 13 degree 12 minutes. Isn't it? Are we not able to calculate the length and bearing of this line? QB. QB. We can do it. We can come down like this. Now this is. Are we not able to calculate the length and the bearing of this? Now the same thing. 24 degree 12 minutes. 24 degree 12 minutes. Isn't it? Then similarly, we can calculate the length and bearing of the line BA and AP, isn't it? Then sigma L, sigma D, what residue you are going to get it, that will be the bearing and length of serval line. Understood? Got it? From this, they have started from this. Now in the problem, see in the problem they have given AP, BQ. AP, BQ. Now in the solution, what we have done? Now please understand there is an error here. Am I right? Is it error? No? Is it error? Alright. AP. So PA, it should be PA and AB and BQ. This is PA. No. Isn't it? So just follow the path, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. In any direction you can do it. Isn't it? So see, you start from this point, go ahead, then back, then, isn't it? Similarly, it is QB and BA and in any way. Calculate the sigma L, latitude and departure of the QB and take the corresponding sign and take the corresponding quadrantal bearing in the corresponding quadrantal bearing. Similarly, calculate the length and bearing of the line BA and take the corresponding, isn't it, signs, and similarly AP, then PQ is left out, isn't it? Understood? Can we go ahead like this? Okay. Yes, we'll go. This is how we can calculate the length and bearing of PQ. Now, we have one more problem here. Just I will give the introduction. The rest you can do it, isn't it? Now, you first read the problem. The following notes refer to part of the traverse survey. Following note refers to the part of traverse survey, isn't it? PQ, QR and RS. PQ, length given, bearing given. Then QR, length is given, bearing is also, isn't it? Next, read the problem. Compute the distance between point A and PQ. Point A and PQ. Point A and PQ, which is at a distance 112 meter from P, from here to here it is. Isn't it? Are we not able to calculate the length of this? This is 186 and this is 112. Then what is the length of this? Can we calculate? Are we able to calculate this length? Then similarly, from B and a point B on RS, a point B on RS, point B on RS, what is distance? 288 meter from R. 288 meter from R. Okay. It is a given data. The data given. Now this is 288 meter, and this is 112 meter. That is 186 minus 112 meter. Therefore, we can calculate this size, this length. This can be calculated. Now the closed traverse is. Now they are asked to calculate the length of this AB. They are asked to calculate the data given is from here to here. This is the data given, and they are asked to calculate the length of AB. Isn't it? Length of AB. Now, therefore, the A is lying in between PQ and B is lying between RS, R and S. Now, consider the traverse AQ, then QR, then RB, then AB. Our problem is solved, isn't it? Now the traverse is traverse from AQ, then QR, then RB, then BA. Isn't it? Length of BA and AB both are same or different? Both are same, no? Isn't it? So R, you can start from this point. BR, RQ, RA, and RB. Our problem is solved. Since in the following the nodes refer to the part of the survey, compute the distance between A, which is 112 meters from here, and B, it is 288 meters from R. Now this is our traverse now. Now compute the latitude and departure for this line, that is QA. Compute the latitude and departure of QR. Compute the latitude and departure of. Okay, understood? Then sigma L, sigma D, isn't it? That will be given to the length and length. Also, we can compute the bearing of the line, isn't it? AB. Now that solves the problem. Okay, likewise, you will get more number of problems available. There are so many textbooks available. That is, Udemy is there, then Karkala is there. You just refer those question papers, and also you can refer the question papers, previous question papers. There are many problems available. You have to solve those problems, isn't it? Remember this in handling this, traversing. One should know about the first one. We should know the basics of trigonometry. Isn't it? Number of times I told you, if you don't know the basics of trigonometry, we are unable to solve it. And also you should know that is, you read the problem carefully. Isn't it? From either you must go clockwise or from the anti-clockwise. But continuous, it should be a continuous survey series of lines. Isn't it? If you miss it, you don't take one line from here, one line from here, one line from here. You are not able to do it. You can do it, but difficult to do it. Isn't it? If you continue, you should have so much knowledge to do that. Otherwise, you go accordingly. The first analyze the problem, what is given, what is to be calculated, and how it is given. Okay? Now I will complete this traversing, that is trigonometrical, theodolite traversing. In the next class, that is on Wednesday, I will come with the trigonometrical level. Okay? Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you, Lord. Thank you very much.